Spend day 4 of my Tunisia holiday with me. Welcome to day 23 of Vlogoween, where I am posting regular vlogs in the lead up to Halloween. Think Vlogmas, but Halloween edition. So today is day 4 of my holiday in Tunisia. We don't really have a huge amount planned today, but we are about to leave to go and see some dolphins. We were hanging around by the pool yesterday and somebody came around who was doing like water sports and like tours and stuff, and he said that he's got this this tour where we basically go on a little boat, like a kind of like a dinghy sort of boat, for about an hour or so. We go spot some dolphins, then they bring us back to the hotel. We've also booked paragliding and we've also booked some spa treatments. So a very chillaxed but kind of fun sort of day that we've got planned today. Also, hello, if you don't know me, my name is Rajan, aka Not Half Bad Crochet, and if you would like to catch the rest of my Vlogoween posts, be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a little like and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. I also do have a whole playlist dedicated to all of my Vlogoween vlogs, so if you've missed any, you can go there to go catch up. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna have like a nice chilled day today. I had a really bad headache yesterday evening, so I just was kind of dead to the world a little bit. I've got like a bit of a residual headache, so I've taken some more painkillers. I've also taken some travel sickness tablets because we are going to be on a boat today and I don't know how rough it's going to be, basically. I'm not really sure what to expect with this like dolphin viewing experience. I don't really know what to call it, but yeah, the picture of the boat that he showed us kind of looked like a more solid dinghy, if that makes sense. It wasn't like a boat. So yeah, we've tried to kind of like just wear very basic outfits in case we get like, you know, a lot of sea spray. I'm just wearing this bikini with the matching bottoms, and I've just got some like plain plissé shorts on. I've just been wearing like as my kind of over bikini shorts to go down to the pool and the beach. So yeah, we're gonna try and take as minimal stuff as possible. I will not be bringing you guys, unfortunately, but I will take my phone. So if we do spot any dolphins, or you know, if I see anything fun, I'll try and insert some of my phone footage. But yeah, we've got some water, SPF, I'm gonna bring a hat and some sunglasses, my phone, the little voucher thing that they gave us for the actual experience. But yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, also as well, he said that if we don't see dolphins, he'll give us our money back, which I think is a very confident claim to have, that we will definitely be seeing dolphins, which is very cool. I do feel a type of way about dolphins because they're fucking insane. I'm more of a shark person myself. I love sharks. They're one of my special interests, one of my favorite animals, and I think that dolphins should have the reputation that sharks have, and that sharks should have the reputation that dolphins have, because dolphins are actually kind of vicious and kind of mean. They're like the bullies of the sea, in my humble opinion. So I think they're cool though, you know, but I think a lot of animals are cool. So I'm very easy to please when it comes to seeing animals up close. But yeah, let's go do some stuff, see some dolphins. look really like golden right now. Hi, so let me fill you on my day. So we this morning went to go see some dolphins. It was so funny, like it was just such a funny experience. We basically, so where our hotel is, we're basically like on the beachfront, and there's like a bunch of other hotels that are also on the beachfront. So we have like a private area with like sunbeds and sun lounges that are specifically for our hotel. And so yeah, yesterday this guy came to like the sun lounges near the pool and stuff and was like, oh, like, you know, if you're interested in doing any tours, la la la. Asked us like how long we'd been here for. We're just chatting and stuff, and it was really funny because he goes, my partner's white and Irish, he burns very easily, he wears SPF 50 at all times, stays in the shade because he just, yeah, he gets burnt so quickly, so easily. And so he was like, oh, how long have you been here? And we were like, oh, like 2 or 3 days. And then he says to my partner, oh, that's why you're so white still. I was cracking up, it was so funny. Yeah, it was, but he basically was like, oh, here's this dolphin thing, as I've already mentioned, la la la. And yeah, we went down this morning, met him on the beach, and it was literally like a dinghy, but like a substantial sized one, you know, like solid kind of floor, blah blah blah. He basically said like, we take you out into the ocean and we'll spot some dolphins basically. So we were like, all right, cool, yeah, like, you know, that sounds fun, like do something that we've not done before, la la la. So yeah, we all got on the dinghy, they give us the life jackets and stuff, safety first, all of that, and then we just drive. But it's going so fucking fast. Like, I had a hat on, I was like, I need to take the hat off. My partner like has glasses, he was like, you know, worried that they were gonna like fall off his face. And it was going so fast. There was like ropes on the side of the boat, so we had to like cling onto them, and it was just like a bit of an awkward position. And then because we were literally being like tossed around, it wasn't like bad but it was just like funny because obviously we weren't expecting it in any way, shape or form. And like where we were sat, I basically had to like brace my knees up against the like the edge of the dinghy so that I could then, so that it was just like extra security, that I wasn't gonna like fly all around the place. But yeah, we went, like we drove for not that long actually, maybe like 10 minutes. He basically was like, yeah, well, you go out for an hour, and we were like, oh, that seems quite long, like you must be going quite far. But I don't know if maybe the driver just drove really fast or whatever. But where they basically were was like, there was these, you probably saw in the video, these big like kind of contained areas where they have these huge nets for fishing. And I was like, oh, no wonder there are fucking dolphins here. Like if I was a sea creature and I was like, yes, I eat fish, I would go to these areas to be like, they're gonna drop something, there's gonna be a hole in the net somewhere, I'm gonna be able to get a fish from here without doing any hunting or any effort. So I was like, yeah, no fucking wonder the dolphins are here. So we kind of thought that was funny, where they were just like essentially capitalizing off of this like one specific area. We did see a few dolphins, not like, you know, it wasn't anything magical like out of a movie or anything, but we saw dolphins. It was really cool. Dolphins are very large in real life. Like I don't know if it's ever really kind of emphasized how big they are. They are fucking huge. And I didn't really get much footage because obviously like they kind of breach out of the water and then they kind of gone, you know, or they come out, they breach again out like a completely different place. So I think I managed to catch a little bit on camera, but like I saw more dolphins than I was able to film. But it was just me and my partner were just pissing ourselves, and then yeah, it started raining as well, but it was still really warm obviously. So we ended up going back, we did see a bunch of dolphins, but yeah, ended up going back and going back because obviously it was raining. It was just so funny because we were just like getting tossed around on this boat. It was kind of like not pissing down rain, but it was raining like a fair amount. The sea spray is like getting in our faces. We were just like wetting ourselves. And there was 5 people in total on the boat, including me and my partner, and then obviously the driver as well. And then yeah, we ended up getting back to the beach, and yeah, it was really fun. It was fun, it was funny, it was like, I don't know if it was worth the money that we paid. What is that? What is that? It's not an aeroplane. Is someone dragging something? Yes, I don't know if it's worth the money that we paid, but it was still fun. Me and my partner were very much able to see the fun in it and the silliness in it. So yeah, it was a fun experience. But when we got back to the beach, our plan was to do parasailing, but because it was raining, the wind had picked up a little bit. We were like, not really sure if like we want to do parasailing right now. So we were like, let's do this another day. We saw the guide who we'd like bought the parasailing with, and he was like, yeah, we can either do it like later today if it stops raining, or we can do it tomorrow. So we were like, cool, we're in no rush. And then we obviously had our spa treatments booked for about 2, so we were gonna just chill on the beach, obviously do our paragliding, blah blah blah. But because it was raining, and we could have sat outside, but it was intermittently raining, and when I checked the weather forecast, it didn't say it was gonna rain, so it wasn't even like we could check it and then be like, oh, maybe in an hour or so it's due to stop raining or whatever. So kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. So we basically decided to go to the spa a little bit earlier. It was probably like 3 hours earlier, because they have like a jacuzzi, they have like these hot spas, they have a sauna. So we were like, let's just hang out there for a little bit and then we can get our treatments done. And there's also a gym there. So my partner went and used the gym because he has ADHD and needs to get his energy out, whereas I'm like, I need to lie down. So yeah, he used the gym. We both hung out in the jacuzzi area for a little bit, which was really nice. Went in the sauna and stuff, which was nice. And then we both had our treatments. So yesterday when we got our treatment, which was, we only both got like a massage each. Obviously, like I said, I was wrung out like a fucking dirty towel, and like my body was really, you know, he really fucking got in there. And I was feeling a little bit sore today. So I booked a seaweed clay wrap and then a massage, the same massage that my partner got yesterday, which he said was kind of a little bit more low-key, which I was like, great. And then I also got a pedicure as well. So I don't know what was going on today, but I felt like the quality of the services that we received, and even my partner was saying the same thing, was just not as good as it was yesterday. And I know obviously yesterday we only got one massage, but it was like the way that the people were there were with us, it was almost like we were like an inconvenience, you know. And I don't know if they were maybe a little bit busier, I don't know if they were maybe like short-staffed or whatever it is, but yeah, when I had like my mud wrap, like firstly, nobody knew what we were doing. Like nobody knew what we'd booked, what we'd paid for, blah blah blah. So we kind of had to like keep saying the things that we paid for, and then we're getting really confused that like, because my partner got like a massage and then like a facial treatment, and they were really confused at the fact that my partner was getting a facial treatment. Like I don't know, it was just kind of like, okay, like, yeah, that's him. And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah, like what do you want me to do? Like I'm telling you, this is what we booked. So when I went to go get my mud treatment, they kind of led me to this room, and the person who was like doing it for me, she was kind of a bit like, she came in with just like this bowl of the mud, the clay mask thing, and then just like slapped it on me, wrapped me up in this little like warm kind of thing, and then turned it on, and then was like, okay, bye, see you in 30 minutes. I was like, all right. I was a bit like, okay. She kind of like left the door open as well, and obviously I'm like basically naked apart from my pants, like under this little wrap thing. And then there was no like, you know, they obviously like put on like ambient music and spa music, la la la. Oh, my partner's back. Hi, I'm doing my debrief of the day. Okay. What did you get? Hot. Mmm, yum.
Headache?
Feels fine. Oh, they are hot though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pringles, please.
Whatever it is, it's nice.
Mmm. Okay, I'm going to do my debrief. Yeah, I'm going to continue my debrief. Do you want to be in the background, or you don't care? What was I talking about? But yeah, the doors were open when I was getting my mud wrap, so I could hear people talking outside and stuff. I did in fact fall asleep, so clearly I did relax. But I was literally in a warm cocoon, like, of course I was going to fall asleep. And then yeah, she came back, unwrapped me like a baby being swaddled, and then I had to shower and wash off the like clay mask basically. But the shower didn't have like a holder, and I was like, I need like one hand to like rub it off of me, and then obviously the water to like run on me. So it took me fucking ages to get all of this mud mask off, and every time I thought I'd got it, I'd like missed a spot. I probably did still miss a spot, but I was like, I just don't care at this point. And then I went to go get my massage, and so she led me to another room. There was no like masseuse in there or anything. And then I was kind of like, do I get on the bed? Do I not get in the bed? And then the masseuse came in and was like, yeah, get on the bed. So I was like, okay, because I don't want to just like lie there and then her be like, okay. And then she was like, what you know, thing are you getting? What treatment are you getting? And I was like, oh, I'm getting, I think it was called like the relaxing modeling massage. And then she was like, okay, cool. So I got on the bed, and she started off with my feet, but she was doing my feet for so long that I was like, has she like misheard me and thought I said like reflexology or something? Because she was literally working on my feet for such a long time, which was obviously nice. Like it wasn't bad, I enjoyed it, but I was a bit like, we've got like an hour to do my whole body. It was nice, it was good, but yeah, I was a bit like, what are we doing? And then I did tell her that like my shoulders and my neck around here was really sore from yesterday's massage, and she really went to town again on it. And I was just like, I think I might die. Like I was trying not to like whimper from the pain, because it kind of feels bruised, and then she was still like really kneading it out. She did a good job, but as well I could hear her yawning. Like she probably yawned about 20 times throughout the entire treatment. and I could feel her, I could obviously hear her yawning, but I could feel her exhaling onto like my body, which felt really weird. But overall it was fine, like it was a good massage. And then I finished and I went to go get my pedicure, and then like the pedicure was fine, but like they'd again like left the door open, so everyone who walked past was like, you know, peering in as I'm sat there getting my pedicure. And I was like, I would have liked like a little bit of privacy at like very many points, like throughout all of the 3 procedures that I got. I was like, okay, everyone just seems to be like, you know, wandering in or like being able to peer in when I'm getting these treatments. But it was nice. The pedicure was good, but she didn't paint my toenails, because I was like waiting for her to be like, what color do you want? And I presume that that's like, you know, an extra service, but she did a good job on the actual pedicure itself, so like I can't complain. But seeing my toes without polish on, I really don't like. I think my toenails look so ugly without polish on, so I'm a bit like, ugh, but it's fine. Yeah, and then I came back to the room, and then I've showered, and now I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. I touch wood, don't have a headache right now, which is great. Dinner is in probably about an hour or so I'm pretty hungry. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I could eat.
Yes. So I think we're gonna just chill for a little bit and then probably go to dinner like basically as soon as it opens, because we're both pretty starving. We keep forgetting to like get substantial stuff for lunch, because like I said, there's not really much around near our hotel. So like when it comes to lunchtime, we can't even just like, oh, we'll go to the shop and grab something, or we'll go to like a restaurant or something, because there's literally nothing here. We did go to one of the restaurants that was near, that's like connected to our hotel, but the food was not great. So I think we need to do something, because we've just been eating crisps, and that's not a substantial lunch. Today's crisps are the Pringles hot, what are they called? Spicy barbecue flavor. Anyway, that's all we've been doing today. Okay, so options on what we're doing tomorrow is either going into Sousse, and there's a big mall called the Mall of Sousse, which obviously has like a bunch of different shops, and then it also has a Chili's, which we might go to, and then, or we might have a beach day and do like our paragliding and stuff. So I think it might be like weather dependent, whichever one we do tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got up today, so check back in with you soon.